Okay, so this is a shop tour, really over the weekend of July 5th, and it's still not complete. There's still a little bit of work to do on it, and some things to finally get organized. I've got to finish a little piece of shelf up there. I've got to put all my plaster heads and stuff up there. Those are heavy duty shelf brackets. But this is a tour of my shop. First, this is a roughly 20 by 20 garage. That is now my mask making shop. And what's different is I've kind of focused on making masks. Before, my shop had leather working tools and metal working tools and all that. This wall I've kind of given up to the wife. It's got some of your household stuff and cookware stuff and home stuff, and there's a freezer over there for extra freezy power. So that's been given over to the wife. But the rest of the shop, every other wall, is pure shop happiness. I invested in these Husky carts. If you take a look at them here, they're all the same. They had a wood top here, but I needed a lip. So I added a plywood top on each of them, and then melamine over top of that, or just tile board over top of that, and that's a great work surface. But adding the plywood allowed me to have a lip that I could clamp down my masks on. This is the best way to work on a mask, I think, is just clamp it down. You can paint it, you can do whatever you need to do with it. These are actually the height that worked for my old table. I need to get some shorter ones like this guy here, because that's really good for the new table. That height right there. But let me kind of walk you around the stations and stuff. I'm very happy with my shop. So over here, this one, that is just for home tools. It's got my Rockwell saw up on top. I kept a small drill press. I got rid of a ton of tools because this didn't have a place in a mask shop. Haven't really figured out this yet. This is some battery chargers and stuff, and I've got power right over here, but some basic home tools in this one, and some basic tools in the shop. You need screwdrivers, tape, screw guns, that kind of stuff. Wrenches. You'll need WD-40 with wrenches, so they go together. Allen wrenches, plenty of sockets. Every kind of plier that you'll need, or wrench. Just the stuff that you need. Belt sanders down there and staplers. Corded drill, plumbing stuff, battery charger. I really like the amount of drawers these guys had. I have 2 units in here. There's one over there, you can see it right there, that are AC units, because I'm in Texas. It was over 100 today. You can see I have fans going. You can probably hear them too. But keeping the air conditioners going in here, I mean, it stays pretty comfortable. I bet it's maybe 75 in here right now, probably a little less. But here's my my Bosch work radio. Awesome gift from the wife several Christmases ago, and still using it like crazy. I have some built-in storage behind the tool units, and back there is actually folding tables behind every single one of these. So there's a folding table back here, and there's a folding table over there, and there's some all over there behind all those guys too. So this station here, this is kind of my sewing and strapping area. See, my sewing machine is right up there. Everything's on wheels. So if I have one particular project I'm working on, I can just pull the one that I need out. It's all on wheels. But this is for sewing. It's kind of set up. It's got my grommets and grommet press, and that goes out. Here's just some little more leathery bits and things. All the stuff that I need for my costume making, and this is all feathers. To finish off masks, and this is some patterns for all the fur hoods and stuff for my mask. I keep patterns either on fabric or I keep it on blackjack foam. I have a label maker in this drawer. Not everything's full yet. There's some leather belts, I got some costume work coming up, lots of Velcro, love that stuff. And over here I have a plethora of glue guns and heat guns. Now this is my painting station. So I do, you know, over above this are a lot of, this is all the latex house paint that I mix. And then those mixed paints are in these jars over here, you know, all ready to go. 5-minute epoxy. This is contact cement that I use for filling and patching. You know, more contact cement, naphtha to thin it down. All that stuff is here. And this has, you know, tons of airbrush bottles, alcohol, a pile of airbrushes, and this is all regular paint brushes. Hair, lots of hair. Mask work requires hair, so I have several things full of hair just waiting to go and be used. Cups and some oil paints. Molded crab claws, because my insect mask gets mandibles, so I molded some crab claws that I bought at Red Lobster. It was delicious. And some airbrush parts. And these two are mostly full of horns because, you know, for Krampus mask and demon mask and gargoyle masks and all that. Over here on the side, this is a cord reel for an air hose. Right here, Harbor Freight. Works really well, I love it. And my air compressor is actually outside in my garden shed, but I will just plug this guy in right there when it's time for me to use it. And then this is all air powered up, and right now it's running to a splitter here with 2 airbrushes on it. My quick change that I love so much, and this is the Pache H. So that's that. Painting station. I covered sewing station. This is my, well, this is, it's messy, believe it or not. This is it's my molding station, but that's a whole thing full of Ultra Cal 30, and this would come out into the middle when I need to make molds. But because it's in the off season, I'm not making molds right now. Right now I'm shipping out a lot of, this is kind of also my shipping station. Here's petroleum jelly for, you know, mold release, baby powder for pulling masks. This is plenty of Harbor Freight chip brushes. You need those. That's some thickener over there, Cavasil, and more of that there. Here's my tripod, which I use for filming. Not today, you get the motion sickness. And here, screwdrivers for breaking molds apart, some more mold release stuff, crystal clear for masks. There's rasps for when you want to unroughen the edges of the molds. You know, that's nice. And if you come over here, there's, you know, some more paint because I never have enough storage. This is my pouring area. There's my latex buckets down there, and these are also full of latex, these guys most of the time. But my mask molds fit right on top of this for when I drain them. So there's room for a mask and a mold here, and then the 5-gallon bucket goes underneath and it pours right into the 5-gallon bucket. You need plenty of foam heads and foam head storage. This over here is kind of for, it's another tool area, but it's also for leather work. It's not quite set up yet, but I'm getting there. And, you know, in here I've got more grommeting stuff, paper for notes. You know what? I need to get this, actually, my turkey carver. I have to make a giant maggot out of some upholstery foam. Maybe I'll make a video out of that. But this one, of course, has my caulking gun and a lot of tape and some soldering irons. And here's full of caulk. This is industrial staples. This whole drawer is full of industrial staples. And I staple my mask straps on as well as glue. And so I need a bunch of those. Safety equipment base. I got some work lights, but I also have respirators in here. I have protective ear muffs in here and a spare air hose. Adhesives, oh, all kinds, E6000, 5-minute epoxy, all kinds of stuff. Shop towels, just easily I can grab a shop towel if I need one. Zip ties, Peekaboo AC, never know where those will pop up. This is just random leather. like I said, I got some leather working stuff over here, so I do a lot of leather projects. But these are all mask related or costume related leather projects. I'll show my shelving up here. I have 2 rows of shelving that go over every wall pretty much. You guys know I use popsicle sticks quite a bit. I have, tongue depressor size, popsicle stick size, 2 sizes of tongue depressor size. There's a restock of shop towels, a little more tandy leather stains and stuff that I've got sitting around. Spray adhesive. Here's an oven for softening oil-based clay. It's a toaster oven. There is my oil-based clay over there. Also have some monster clay floating around here somewhere. This is all things I make my deranged masks with. So it's just little bits and things that I'm going to attach and glue on there. Plenty of pumpkin teeth. I love those things. Laces for my deranged masks. And here's a lovely assortment of glue sticks. There's dark red glue sticks. In here is black and white glue sticks. Big glue sticks for my big gun, pink glue sticks, and then pretty much 2 different kinds of regular glue stick. Fabric for deranged masks. I got a couple cooking over here, plaster heads. This is a whole bunch of bits that I made just to put on deranged masks down the road. Like this will go over the eyes. And then there's one for the mouth here. This will get bent up and put on a mask. Anything to make them unique and stand out. First aid kit, gotta have those. Paper towels, easy access. This is my sculpting stand. A friend of mine got me this for my birthday. It's a visor for when I'm sculpting little things like teeth or fine details. I might want to pop that on. I'm 40 now, so it happens. Sculpting stand for half masks. Most of what I make is half masks. This is full of sculpting tools. There's sculpting tools in here. There's a lot of brushes I use while sculpting. More sculpting tools. And sponges and kidneys and clay extruders. Here's my eyeball drawer. They're eyeball forms. When you're sculpting, sometimes you need some different sized eyeballs. They might show up as other things, but you need them. This is some spray paint that I'm using. I use glossifier on masks a lot. And it's a handy place to store spray paint. Turntables for sculpting. Again, little bits that I might put inside of a mask. These are teeth. I don't think they're real, but who knows. Could be. It's kind of gross. Other kinds of teeth, These are flanges and those are pipes. If I'm sculpting hands or arms, you need a pipe in there that stands straight up off your table. And you can screw those down and the pipes screw into those flanges, and that's what you can sculpt on. This drawer's empty, so it's going to be full of something eventually. I hid some fabric in this one. Like I said, this is my deranged mask stand, or the tool cabinet area. Lots of basic tools. I think every top drawer has a couple pairs of scissors in it because I use them so much. And all these things I use for deranged masks. This is my hot glue teeth making setup right here. Silpat, glue guns ready to go. So, any kind of twine, rope, anything. I use that a lot for deranged masks. Doll faces like you do. Syringes, masks, love them. Head bags for syringes already. These are all just little metal bits and things that that might go over an eye on a mask or over a mouth or something. Little magnifier. This is full of sharps. Any kind of blade that I need, I've got right there. These are for medical deranged masks. I've got all kinds of different bandages in here. Couple molds, just silicone molds for flat parts, all these like metal parts when I pull them out of resin or even hot glue. All kinds of stuff. Again, things for deranged masks. So that right there is my new shop. Oh, I didn't show you guys my centerpiece. Again, everything is on wheels, including this is an old credenza. that I got. I found a guy, I bought these Husky things back there. I bought 6 of those for in here, and I got this old desk, old metal desk for my molding station, and this credenza from a guy who sells vintage furniture. They're from the 50s and 60s, but they're all steel, so they're nice and solid. I had to paint them just so they matched everything. I didn't have to, but I'm kind of, it was so nice I didn't want to bring anything junky in it, so you know, I spruced them up. This has some Dremels, you know, a pair of leather shears, stuff that I'm going to need like right all the time in here. So this has my Dremel Trio in there, 2 other Dremels are in there. It's for a project coming up. Top drawer, my big badass glue gun, a soldering iron, and some glue sticks for the glue gun. This is my hand saw from Milwaukee. It's battery operated. It's fun. In here I have some stuff. I have my jigsaw in there. I keep my garbage bag stock in there. I have another Sawzall in there, and some airbrush compressors, and my personal respirator that I wear all the time that's powered. Down there I have a heat gun, easy access. I can pull out garbage bags, some materials. So this guy, you know, it just wheels all around the shop. Anywhere I need it, I can just put it, and everybody's the same height too. Like I said, this was a credenza, and I'm going to put a rack on the back here to hang some different things. Like I think I'll get my caulk and my caulking gun out of that drawer and hang it on the back of this. I've got room where they won't really be in the way because it'll be tucked under this lip, but it'll cover up this whole back of this, and I think that'll just be a nice place to store that, so I've always got it close. That's kind of for my #1 tools, everything I'm going to use all the time. So, thank you guys for taking the time to check out my shop. You guys are awesome, and like I'm about to do, go make stuff.